Hey friends and family, how are you all doing? I hope you're all staying safe and staying blessed. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the perfect roast pork in the oven. So if you're ready, just get your pork, get your seasoning, get your pot, and let's make some super simple roast pork. So before we go any further, let me just say thank you for clicking on this video. You could have clicked on any other video, but you chose to click on mine. So I really appreciate every single one of you. So right here I have my 2 pack of pork. You don't know how it go already. Chop it up and rinse it well with some vinegar and lemon, and now we're going to add our seasoning. So right here I have my pork seasoning, and this is from the Easy Spice brand. Sometimes Easy Spice can be a bit salty, so you have to be careful when you're using this brand. And I'm also going to add my black pepper, cayenne pepper, and some Creole seasoning, some Cajun seasoning. And you don't know it's pork, so we're gonna pull out our ginger, our pimento, our onions, scallion, our scotch bonnet pepper, all those good stuff. And I'm gonna put everything in my description box as usual, because what's the purpose of hiding my ingredients and my seasoning? Makes no sense. Alright, so you can always click on my description box and you'll find it right there. So I'm just gonna let this marinate, and then we're gonna head over to the stove. So now I am going to add some browning. I have my Grace browning here, and as usual you have to be careful when you're adding browning because it can be bitter if you add too much. So normally I just pour it in my hands and then I distribute it on my meat. And because I'm making roast pork, you don't have to add too much browning, all right, because when it's roasting, that's when it's gonna get your desired color. So we're gonna just set this to marinate, and then we're gonna head over to the stove. So while my pot is being heated, I'm just cutting up my ginger, my scotch bonnet pepper, scallion, onion, and thyme. And yeah, we just prep that, and then we're just gonna head over to the stove. Just adding my oil in there, and then we're gonna add our pork. So we're just gonna go in and add everything, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just use my spoon to stir this for a good 5 minutes in the oil. We're just gonna stir it for a good 5 minutes in the oil, and then we are going to add our ground seasoning and put it in the oven. So as you guys can see, we're still going through the braising process, and I'm doing this for about 5 minutes, making sure that this is properly braised in the oil. And we're just gonna throw on our seasonings, our ground seasonings, scallion, onion, thyme, all of that good stuff, and cover it down. Yeah, we're gonna cover it. The pot cover that I have for this pot, it's able to go in the oven, but if you're using a pot that the cover can't go in the oven, because some of the pot comes with rubber stuff on them, so you can't put them in the oven. You can just put a foil on top of the pot and just allow the pork to cook. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just use my pot cover since it's oven safe. So now that I'm adding all my ground seasoning, what I'm going to do is just turn the stove down a little bit and cover this pot. We're going to cover it and allow it to steam up for 5 minutes. Alright, so that small amount of liquid that is going to form during that 5 minutes, that's what you're going to put it in the oven with. We're not going to add any water. Remember, we're roasting this, so we're not going to add any water. So we're just going to cover the pot for it to steam up, pop it in the oven. I know this is going to take about an hour and a half to cook, so let's stay tuned for the process. It's just quick and simple, especially if it's a holiday and you have other stuff to do and other stuff to cook. It's just the perfect way to roast your pork. Just start it on top of the stove, pop it in the oven, and you don't have to worry about it until it's cooked. Trust me. So you know, some meat are harder or tougher than some. So what you can do is just go in and check it after 1 hour. You can check it, because like if you're cooking beef or pork and you know it takes a while to cook, you can just check it after 1 hour. I can't tell you the exact time because your pig may be softer than mine, maybe younger than mine. So whichever part of the meat that you get may be softer than mine. So after 1 hour you can check it, and if it's cooked, then you're good to go. But it may take more than an hour depending on the part of the meat that you get, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So this is what it looks like now. It's soft, it's cooked. So what I'm gonna do now is just pop it back in without the cover for about 5 minutes so that it can catch a nice color, give it that jerk pork vibes. Yeah, even though I didn't put any jerk season, it's not jerk pork, it's roast pork, so you want to make it look roasted. All right, so it's out now and it's ready, and this is what it looks like, guys. You can imagine having some nice fresh cocoa bread. Yeah, nice with this pork. All right, so if you haven't seen the cocoa bread video, it's shot, guys. It's real. Let me tell you, this is something that I make all the time. Jamaican cocoa bread. It tastes really good. You have to check it out. I'm gonna leave the link for it right up above or in my description box, that you can just click and watch it. All right, so this is my pork recipe. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and remember, this is roast pork in the oven, quick and easy. All right, bye guys, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.